Welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about some fundamentals people should know about surviving tough situations in any difficulty. It doesn't matter if you're playing Havoc, Oryx, or lower, at some point you will find yourself alone with massive amounts of enemies and you will have to find a way to survive. Today, we will go over some tips, some gameplay mechanics, and review some footage. Let's get into it. One of the major systems in this game for melee combat is called the slot system. The slot system is how the enemy AI interacts with the player. This example here is showing the slot system. The players can have up to 9 slots for enemies to attack. There are 3 different types of slots: normal, medium, and large. What's important to know about large is that overlapping slots get disabled, meaning that a smaller enemy won't be able to fit in the slots the large enemy is occupying. You can actually use this to your advantage by positioning yourself to make other enemies trying to get to you have to path around the monster to try to get into an open slot, giving you more time to put some DPS on the monster there. Now that we have some insight into the slot system, let's see how we can put it to use in a practical situation. Alright, so what you're seeing here is I am using the wall to block my slots in the back so nothing can get to it, so all I have to worry about is the slots on the left here. I'm using the geometry and the map to my advantage to keep myself safe. I could probably do this forever as long as I don't get overheaded. Next, I'm going to show you a trial I did when testing a build the other day. I thought this was a good one to show because I was on low health most of it, but managed to eke it out. This is using the mod creature spawner, which has included trials you can pick. I picked a mixed horde one on the hard difficulty. I am testing a mixed horde hyperviolence build made to do heavy attacks. In this test, I'm only testing melee. I am not going to use anything but the shivs. No range, no rocket launcher. There is no tox on this build other than the throwing knives from the shiv special attack. Alright, so we started off and we used the slot system on the wall, like I explained earlier, to kind of group them up. We're just running some heavy attacks, put a little bit of damage on them before we start. So if you notice how I'm keeping them, I'm trying to keep the melee enemies in a line in a group here so I can keep track of them. When we were talking about the slot system earlier, I mentioned pathing, right? Like they'll always try to path into an open slot. So when you kind of corral them like this, it makes it a lot easier to control things. So while we're getting a feel for the build and the heavies, we're about to come up to where we lose the big chunk of our health to that one rager right there. And this is where we pretty much stay the rest of the trial, and where it gets a bit spicy. And officially our tough situation has started. All right, so right here, I start switching to light attacks because the biggest thing about survivability is knowing your build, right? Knowing your build and how you gain toughness back and how you get damage resistance, etc., right? So I know on this build, if I get a crit weak spot hit, I'm gaining a lot of toughness back from a node on the tree. If I get a regular hit, I'm also gaining toughness back, but a crit weak spot, you get a lot. I crit a lot, and I weak spot a lot. When I have to move away from the wall, I will usually switch to light attacks because there's a lot of things shooting at me and nothing to absorb them, right? A light attack is going to be much safer for you out in the open on a faster weapon. It doesn't matter what class you're playing. This isn't just for scum. It's know how you get your toughness back. Know everything about your build. Not only know how you get your toughness back, know what attacks are best for it. Also know what attacks on your weapon are risky for you in a tough situation. Like if I had stayed out there in the open and continued heavy attacking, I probably wouldn't have gotten enough toughness back. But not only that, holding that heavy for a long period of time leaves you in danger if you're not dodging carefully. So Dodging is another topic we'll leave for another day, but if you can see the number 5 out of 5, that is my dodge counter. It's a modded one. You're gonna see this go into negative numbers and the color change. So what's happening here is that if you run out of your effective dodges, every dodge after that, I'm pretty sure it halves the effectiveness. If I'm wrong about this on the numbers, somebody please tell me in the comments. But yeah, I think that each number after negative, it halves the effectiveness of the next dodge by 50%. All right, so we're just cleaning up stuff now. We're not in danger from anything, but you see we did most of that trial on incredibly low health. We had stuff shooting at us from all angles, yet we still made it out alive. Thank you so much for watching. I really want to help newer players learn the game and go up in difficulty to make this game fun for the community and not frustrating. I know Darktide has lots of hidden information that you have to search for. Even after thousands of hours, there's still new things to learn. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe on the ongoing fight to bring variety back to Darktide. Have a good day, everyone.